they feel like torture. Especially when you're in a group and then they start saying, today you're going to suffer in the track. Then you start feeling the pain even before you go. But once you understand why you're doing it and then how it impacts on your performance, then of course you'll begin to enjoy them.
Track session seems not to be important to other marathoners and other people seems not beneficial, but to my team it's really crucial. It's beneficial to us. First is that it helps us to make our body maintain the high base. That's the main thing. And the second is that it actually opens the whole body to feel how hard training is. It makes you run in a smooth way, you can flow in a good way. It makes you run when you are in a long run, it makes you actually move swiftly because you have actually conduce your body to high speed with the same rhythm, but maintaining that time until the track session is over.
Yeah. Warm up. Yeah.
You do track session because you can run constantly on high speed. Because if you do 33 minutes on like fartlek, sometimes you have hills, sometimes you have some stones and going down with a lot of group. So you don't maintain high speed. While track, you can run every lap like, let's say 60, 68, or 70. So that speed, it opens your legs, and then the long runs you see is much easier. The fartlek is much faster again. So it's really important, I think, to have track session. Actually, it was my worst training always. So every time when I knew, tomorrow is Tuesday, I was like, I don't know, because to run constant was for me always difficult. Even in marathons, I like sometimes let the group go and then chase them again. And so that chasing gives me energy. But if I have to run like a robot, it was very difficult always. But last year, the last 2 seasons, I'm able to stay in front, do my part also to pace the group once, and to run actually good in the track. And then I saw when I changed that mentality, I was running much faster in the marathon.
Ideally, when you're writing a program, you profile athletes. So the profile of athletes that you are dealing with gives you what targets you should put in your speed session training. So let's say an athlete is targeting 2 hours 3 minutes, for example. So you do a range of from that key top group to the people who are also running 2:10, 2:09, and then do a range so that your training program will capture in the interest of the athlete running 2:03 to the one running 2:09, 2:10. If you're training with Geoffrey Kamworor or Elliot, and you're an upcoming athlete, and then you force yourself to stay with them, then naturally you're killing yourself. So we always encourage people just to know themselves, understand their bodies, so that when they go for training, they are taking their position. They are not following or forcing themselves to fit into the position of anybody else. That's what we inculcate in them. And with time, it's not something that happens instantly, but with time they'll understand. We always encourage them to pace themselves, be it in speed sessions on the track or in the long run. You need to know how to balance your energy such that you finish the training in a good way.
Yeah, the good thing with track session is that as we do repetition, even if somebody is dropped with one repetition, then he can go in front in the next repetition. So we try to put somebody else in the front to pace. I can start with pacing the first 1,000, then another guy take the second 1,000, and then continuing like this. And that's why it's really nice to be a group when you go for a track session. On my own, it will be very difficult. I mean, the motivation you get from the group is uncountable. Like even when you are exhausted, you have one guy in front of you to pace you, to push you. It's really helping. And I think sometimes when you are tired, you cannot think so straight, and you will feel unmotivated for the next rep. But if you have someone, you have no choice. I'm kind of nervous before track session. I always want to reach the time that my coach is sending me, and sometimes I know it will be tough, but we have to do it. There's no choice.
Coach will say no takeover, so people don't push too much. So if the person in front of you is not letting a gap, there's no gap to the other guy, you don't have to pass or to come in front, just stay where you are. So if you see on the video, we run like a long train. So the first, if it is 10 times 1600 meters, that first 10 people will do, the first guy will do 1600 meters, he will go back, number 11 now, and then the one who was number 2, he will take it over later, and like that. So if sometimes you see like some people, they get tired and they want to skip, and the coach will stay in your position. It's your turn to take the cast. We like to help each other as a team. And but also don't make it crazy, because if the coach let it go, someone may feel nice today and say, let me put 62 instead of 68. So we want to run like constant. Actually, that's the only training that coach controls. The rest is like, you go.
At a certain point, a marathon can be also a sprint competition. So that repetition sessions, speed workers, it can help you like that. It doesn't matter if it is 20 kilometer or 30 kilometer or 42 kilometer. You need it somehow, somewhere. So you have to be capable of doing that.
Yeah, sometimes I have 2 times a week, 2 times speed work. Sometimes I work in the like 2 days for speed work. One time I go to the track. So it's choose. One week I go to for the track. 1 week I came to for like this kind of places. So like this weather is very nice, very fantastic. Also sometimes I go to for in the track like Addis Ababa Stadium. Just it's combining for both places, like this place and like for track. So it's depend of your program.
Every week is different. Once it's speed work, and the reason why we do track work is it makes the other work easier. So if you have that fast training on the track and you go to the long run, it feels way easier. And that's the most reason I think to have that feeling. And every time I do track, and the next time when I do fartlek or long run, it feels way easier, and
think that's the secret that why a lot of marathon runners feel sometimes track athletes. I think every athlete have some days that you don't feel 100%, so it's always great to have someone who feels 100% and to push that limit. And yeah, we motivate each other and we help each other to make the hard work easier.
Speed is very important because look, sometimes you have to keep advance. The advance means if you are going to run, let's say, a marathon at 250, you need to maintain a speed workout, and you need to cover under that speed because maybe difficult to maintain all the way, 42 kilometers, 250. So at least you have to run faster. If you train maybe on the speed 240, 2 minutes 40 seconds, maybe at least you have 10 seconds gap. So that means when you are going to run 250 on marathon, at least body will not struggling. Just relax, you run, especially doing training on altitude, going sea level, you get much advantage. Easily you can catch up the pace and running, relax it.
Actually, we are following a program set. So if we are crossing each lap with a certain time the coach has given us. If it's slow, we have to increase, and if it's faster, we have to maintain it. Sometimes when you feel you want to go, you have to relax, and that shows that you are in a good shape. Yeah.
It's more of a controlled environment. Since when the coach, before beginning each and every session, then we go to the coach explains to us that this is the pace. So we try to stick at the pace that the coach has advised us. So we don't get crazy, but maybe towards the end we can get crazy because we are nearing to the end of the session.
Our speed is not so fast. In like 1,000, we normally run from 250 to even 235, 38, 240. That's so fast, real fast. 238, 240 we are doing the last time. Like 2,000 we are doing up to 536, 540. 1,600 we are doing up to 430. 1,200 we are doing up to 315, 317.
Actually, we don't run that much faster. Okay, for Elliot, he run his pace, but me, I was like 2.6 guy now. But I remember I ran 1:59 in Great Run in UK last year, August, September, and I think I was running like 2:50, 2:50. That's what we do also in the training always. So that time it was feeling actually nice. Like I was able to run constantly 2:50, 2:50, 2:50. While 2 years back, if you told me like that, it would be like, that's fast. So track actually opens your legs. You always say that. I don't know how to explain, but it opens your legs. You can go much faster, much easier in the long runs. And as I said, also fartlek, you can go much faster.
We have a cool system whereby you are leading and somebody is following, and when you finish, you go back and follow the others. It gives everybody the chance to show his energy and tell him that you are able to win the race in future. You are able to do the track session in a good way. It's teamwork. Teamwork helps actually to open minds of many people. Teamwork helps actually the belief that somebody can do better by actually doing your thing in a good way.
When you began stopping after the speed of being done, your body reacts. because this is when you are becoming tired. And when you become tired and then you begin another speed walk, your body wants to adapt so that when you become tired in a race, there is that reaction from your body that you are used to. Then you can speed up and can never affect you.
It's really special to everyone here in camp because when we went to the track, we work together as a team, and when we achieve, we celebrate that we did it as a team, and it's always about teamwork, which is our key. It shows to everyone that to be an active member, a supportive member. So you have to do your part to give everyone a chance to work for himself and to achieve what he or she wants.
Someone will drop, you give motivation. Someone will go too fast, and the coach will punish him to do it again. Everyone will laugh, of course. So, of course, then you make jokes and you laugh, and it's actually a nice thing. But I used to hate it, but now I really enjoy it.
This group of athletes that we handle and coach have worked in a formula of teamwork. So naturally, when we go for training, they organize themselves. We don't organize them. In the beginning, when we started the whole thing, we would organize them. But somehow, naturally, they've grown into the system and they know how to, because they believe in teamwork.
I think we all enjoy. It's about actually accepting, it's about loving the track session. It's about knowing the benefits. It's about knowing that it is their only road to success.
After track section, that is why we hug each other hands after the track section, because of what we have done it, to show that it's signs of we have done it something good. Yeah.
Yes, of course, track sessions are always tough because of more speed, but I do always enjoy so much in speed sessions, because when I